Hi, my name is Mike Oliver. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing good.
Nice to meet you. Since Cameron didn't actually answer my question, and I fought a year on Measure S, the billboards, the City Council refuses to return the open space back to the citizens, even though they lost twice, once in a referendum and actually went out to vote, and we won by 20%, 15%. I don't want to quote myself. But then we asked the City Council to return the space so the billboards won't come back. And of course, in their fashion, they refuse to return the open space. Would you fight to return the open space for our City Council?
I definitely would. 2 years ago when I ran, somebody brought up that question about the billboards, and I was totally against that. But there's also, you've got some of the billboards that are still up on Soledad that you can't even see because of the city trees now. So, you know, you either bring the trees down or you bring the billboards down because they're not doing any good the way it is right now. But in answer to your question, yeah, I'm totally for that. I would fight for that. Unfortunately, I'm only one voice, and just to add to that, I think we should get 2 new voices on the board, you know, on the City Council this time. We only have 2 openings, but I think we need to get some new people in there. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Rhonda Baldwin Kennedy. I'm also running for College of the Canyons Board of Trustees Area 2. I'll direct the second part of my question to you. I'm also an attorney, and I negotiate contracts, and I'm a hard negotiator. I've seen some of the COC contracts, and there's not something I would have negotiated. Being on the City Council, would you be a hard negotiator and actually have the fight to push back, even if it's unpopular?
I love to push back. The City Council, the way it is right now, I'm totally against. That's why I ran 2 years ago, to put some new blood in there. I'm a fighter, and just to tell you straight up, I voted against the bond measure E. I know it's, you know, to help the college, but I didn't think it was right to tax the people anymore. I think we're overtaxed as it is. But yeah, I would be a big stickler on that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Do you think there should be an auditor general that would report directly to the City Council?
Yeah, you know, that would probably be a good idea. Like our other 2 candidates said, you know, there's good and there could be bad with that. But you know, especially after that $500,000 was found out, allegedly stolen. You know, that nothing's going to be perfect. You know, you're going to have 5 different people on the council, 5 different ideas. But it's always good, especially when you have millions and millions of dollars changing hands. You need some accountability, and I would be all for that.
Cam Noltemeyer, I was interested in your statement that as a council member, you feel that you would have the right to say your piece and represent the people. I like that, what you're saying. Unfortunately, what we have now is a city council that has a strange little rule that if what I call the Gang of 4 doesn't want a council member to put something on the agenda, they won't allow them. So you could get on there, and as long as this Gang of 4 is there, they could keep you, which they are doing now to a certain council member, from the ability to even place something on the agenda for the community to discuss or hear our council members discuss and say what their position is. I'm hoping that if you would be elected, you would fight to change that, because we need somebody on there to change this. It is reprehensible to me that we have this actually going on in our city, that they can take somebody off of whether he would support getting rid of that law. And I would like to get the opinion from the other people also.
Well, I'll definitely fight for the people because I am one of the people. I'm not beholden to anybody. I work for the Postal Service, for those who don't know. Just a regular guy that wants to help out the city. Thanks.
Yes, I'm just wondering, why do you run when I never see you at the city council meetings? Seems like you would be more engaged after the last election, that you would come down and participate in public participation. So what I find amazing is that you're running again for city council. I never see you except when you're running for city council. So could you please answer the question, do you participate in city council meetings?
I do online, but not, I haven't gone to the city council meetings. And I'll be honest with you, they are boring as heck. Okay? I'm not going to sit there all night and listen to the gang of four talk. Okay? Listen to them, what they want to say. But I want to go there and I want to fight and I want to put some fireworks into the meetings.
Those that are fighting could have used your help. I mean,
Next question. We're not having a discussion, sorry.
Hi, my name is Anne-Marie Wallet, and my question is, if you agree with the motto, no elder, senior, veteran in our community will ever be homeless, if you do agree with that, how would you plan to initiate this project?
Helping the homeless, is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I know, I have a tribal accent.
No, it's a beautiful accent.
That's a question. I cannot hide my accent.
Oh, okay. Well, she was talking about senior veterans and about being homeless out in the city. That is a great question. We do have homeless out there, and I've seen young people homeless out there. And I think we have to do one of two things. We either get rid of them, or we find a place where we can house them and bathe them, and they can get back on their feet. I was using this for my ending comments, but I think if we stop putting money into stupid things like the mediums, we could have millions and millions of dollars to help the seniors, the homeless. Thank you.
My name is Ed Dunn. I'm a 47-year resident of Canyon Country with my wife, and I've been on some electric water boards here. But I think my question would be for probably any council candidate. We have factions in this valley that likes to control the water and where it should go, and they certainly have been inactive, other than keeping it inactive, the use of our recycled water. We have lots of acre feet of recycled water going into the river and going down to Ventura. And I compare it to the city of Lancaster that has, I realize that they have a grid and they got east and west and north and south streets. All those streets have recycled water for the whole community. The community is producing the recycled water. The community is getting the benefit of the recycled water. The only recycled water in this community that we have being used is on the west side of I-5 and on a corporation's project.
Your question, please.
And the question is, if you or any other council members would think of proposing that the city take over the recycled water, because these other people have stalled for 20 years with that and the cleaning of perchlorate, saving it for someone else. Would you people take over the recycled water project and the perchlorate cleanup if necessary, and see that that is distributed in the city where the water is being produced?
Well, I like the way you talk about the recycled water. I think we should use as much as possible. We'd have to look and see how feasible that would be to even, try to take over. It might not be possible. It might be possible. I couldn't tell you today, to be honest with you, but If and when I'm elected on the council, I will definitely look into that, because that's a great thought, the recycled water, especially during the drought we've been having.
Adele Alonso, candidate for COC board. Could you speak to your expectations for the relationship between the college and the city, please?
Well, having two boys that have gone and are going to the college, I'm very supportive of the college. I'm just not a big fan of the bond issues. I know supposedly they got to go hand in hand, but like I said, as a candidate and as a private citizen, I'm just against any higher taxes for citizens. So, whatever we can do to help out the college is fine with me. I'm just against higher taxes.
Okay, my name is Joan Dunn. I'm running for the Castaic Lake Water Agency. I've been on the Newhall County Water District Board in the past. And what I'd like to know, and my husband is talking about the same problem of the recycled water. What can be done about the city making sure that they get recycled water for the city park? We've been 10 years at least having drinking water on that property, doing all of the irrigation. And nothing, it's going to the very favored developer and his projects. And now they have offered they're committing to more recycled water for the west side. And those houses aren't even built. So I'd like to see the city force this issue, and let's have recycled water on the city park. Can you do that?
Well, alone, I can't do it. I mean, I'm going to need the help of the rest of the city council, obviously. I'm just one vote, but I am one vote. And, we've definitely, the water problem that we have out here, and it goes along with the building. I mean, why are we building when we don't have the water? So I would definitely be using that at the council meetings.
Can you qualify your statement that you made when you stated that we could get rid of the homeless? Can you expand on that, please? Clarify.
Well, basically what I meant was, there's two ways to get rid of the homeless. You ship them out, or you try to fix the problem. We can't just let it go the way it's going.
Right, but I think the question was homeless vets.
Vets, right.
Ship the vets out without solving the problem?
Well, no, I'm saying we have two answers. I mean, you can't just let it go. I mean, I'm all for let's get these guys, a place to stay, a place to shower, and get them so they can, find a job. I mean, that's number one. All right. And I think we can find the money in the coffers to do that.
Okay, that's much better for our veterans.
All right. Yes, definitely. No, I don't want to kick out veterans. I have veterans in my family. I don't want to kick them out.
Okay, quick question here. I want all three of you to think about. There are 5 paramedic squads in the Santa Clarita Valley. What can be done to get more paramedics to our valley? We definitely need more paramedics here, because there's definitely, when you call, sometimes you can't get one because they're somewhere else. So I want all of you to think about that question and think about what we can do, okay? Thank you.
All right. I would also like to answer your question earlier. I am all for two-term limit, and that's it. 8 years is more than enough.
Okay.
Go ahead, you got a quick one?
Yes, sir. Since you watch on television, as you know, the City Council this week will be considering increasing the amount paid to Leon Warren to $190,000 per year. Do you think it's worth $190,000 a year to watch City Council meetings on your television at home that you think are boring?
You just answered my question. Heck no. Thank you.
Time. Now for our last round, our wrap-up. And we only have 3. All right. First one up, and let's wait till all are numbered here. I believe it's Paul. Paul Wieczorek will be up first. For your closing wrap-up. 3 minutes. Hold on just a second. Yeah, in a minute. Let me get all the order, then you'll go up. Thank you. Oh, that was a discard. Mark will come up second. And third, if we do this right, it'll be Cameron Smythe. Okay. Let's see. Want to verify what's in the bag. Cameron, we're done. Okay, the wrap-up series. You're up, Paul. 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes to wrap up and tell us what you think.
Okay, I'd like to thank you all for coming to listen to us speak tonight and hopefully answer a few questions. As you can probably tell, I'm not a professional speaker, so it's a little tougher on me, even though I ran 2 years ago. I already said that I'm against new taxes, and I totally am. The bond measure E, we're still paying for the last bond measure, if you didn't know. So now we have 2 bond measures to pay for out here. Well, it could be 3 now. I also want to look into the possibility. I have no idea if it's possible or not. I've been trying to check on it, but I would love to end Mello-Roos in Santa Clarita. I'm in a Mello-Roos track, and we've gone over the 20-year period, and they re-upped it again. So I don't think that's right. I also said that I'm for 2 term limits. I think 8 years is more than enough for anybody to do what they need to do here. And I think it's good to keep bringing in new bodies, new faces, new ideas. Like one of the people said, that it gets stale. Okay, like I said, the meetings are boring. You know, there's no excitement. There's no ideas coming out. It's the same old stuff. I also heard that we're going to get a library in Saugus. I live in Saugus. I may win a vote or lose a bunch of votes, but I'm totally against it. I think after they built the Taj Mahal library in Newhall, I thought that was more than enough, spending those millions and millions of dollars on that. Putting another one in Saugus, you're just going to have the added traffics that our streets can't hold already. I look around and I've noticed nobody has talked about maintenance. I think about it all the time because I drive through the city every day and I see the city putting up more and more trees. I'm totally for trees. I just don't understand why we're putting so many trees under power lines. You don't think about it today, but in 5 or 10 years, we're going to be trimming a lot of trees. And what happens during a windstorm? Nobody can say that a branch may not break and knock out some power lines. So I figure in 5 to 10 years, maintenance will increase at least 100 to 500% with all the trees that are out here. Where's that money going to come from? And what services are we going to cut for maintenance? I'd like to talk real quick about this Signal. I think they're a totally biased newspaper. They didn't invite all of us to their debate. I thought that was pretty bad of them.
Time. Thank you.
Thank you.